pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I want to thank everybody for being here today. This is the Mahoning County Commissioners Hearing Room, regular meeting number 18, Thursday, May 5th, slightly after 10. And what we're going to do first is we are going to have Dwayne Piccarelli come up to the dais up here. Dwayne has a presentation that he would like to make. And then, of course, we have one that we would like to make. Well, we have two that we'd like to make. Oh, I love that.
All right, Commissioners, first, thank you for letting me do this. This is on behalf of the Ohio Association of Behavioral Health Authorities, and our director, Sherry Walters, is here, and we're pleased to have our state director, Lord Chris, here today too. So I thank both of them for coming. I didn't write anything down. I usually do, but I didn't, because when you talk about this lady, you've got to talk from your heart and you got to talk from your soul. She's a very special person, and she actually took something that's probably the darkest part of a parent's life and created something beautiful from it. Thing I wanted to mention about Terry was I got to meet Terry the first time when her husband was on our board, and one of his family members, Terry's son, lost his life in an accident. And I attended the funeral, and I got there a half an hour early thinking there'd be a short line. And when I got there, the line was all around the building. And in fact, it was crisscross with ropes, and there were hundreds of people there. And I tried to figure out what was going on. And when I entered the room, I said that, Mahoning County royalty was there. There were elected officials, there were political leaders, there were labor leaders, there were agencies. And there were a group of people I really never shot my eyes on before, some very artistic people. And I'm thinking, okay, what's going on? But as you went through the ropes, you saw some very, very wonderful art paintings. You saw some graffiti, you saw street artist stuff. And so when I get up, I talk to Terry and Rocky and talk to them. And, I always say when this happens, you either become very compassionate or very bitter. And for most of us, we're bitter, and then we do a journey and become compassionate. In Terry's case, within a week, she's calling me, said, all right, Mr. Piccarelli, what are we going to do? We got to bring art to the mental health consumers and people with addiction in Mahoning County. So we talked, and I decided, okay, well, let's set a foundation up, and we'll have a fundraiser. Well, I didn't know Terry at all, and I imagined the fundraiser was going to be some quiet little activity, and it was like Mahoning County Mardi Gras. I show up, and there's food trucks, and there's people, and it was just wonderful. She raised a tremendous amount of money. She's brought art therapy to our agencies, and it's wonderful. And so I'm so proud to give this to Terry. And Terry and I had a joke, because this was supposed to happen in Columbus with all kind of people. And the joke was, who was going to cry first? Who was going to swear first? Well, my money was on me crying first and Terry swearing, but I got through mine, Terry. So now it's up to you. And now if you cry, then I cry, and it all goes to hell. All right. So,
There you go. You
Terry, could you come forward, please? On behalf of Sherry Walters, the Ohio Association of Mental Health Authorities, I'd like to present you with the Advocate of the Year for the state of Ohio.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's beautiful, and it's heavy. I have, everybody knows I'm a cry. And if I'm in a group, and I hate to get up and the acknowledgement, because I do not deserve it.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, what happened to me was just shitty. See, don't put that on. It's just a shitty situation, and it seems like, things just keep happening, and they say the good Lord never puts more on your plate. So I'm going to go with that until I get there, which I'm hoping, and then we're going to talk about it. But in the meantime, when this happened, And we had to go through that whole process. And because it was just devastating is the word. And, you know, I owe so much to Dwayne. People don't understand that when that happens, people are generous. They are kind and they're sincere. And God bless the people that, you know, gave us money. And well, we took it, and of course you don't want that. And we went to Dwayne because my husband again was on the board, and there was just so much need in our community. You have no idea the needs. And people say that, you know, mental health and the advocacy and the growing concerns, that is just at the surface. I have seen things and heard things that, you know, I'm humbled on so many levels. So, thanks. So, you know, and so when we gave that money to Dwayne, you know, we had said, here it is. We know that there are needs and we don't know directly where. So you do. And Dwayne immediately just stepped up and said, you know, this is what we need. They want to start in our program here. And they called me and I said, absolutely. I says, people don't know the power of art. It's not a pencil, it's not a paper, it's not a crayon, you know, there is so much more to it. And I was very blessed that, you know, my son had that. And it's not like he was taught. It's not like he took classes. It's in there from the time he was little, you know, and I tell you, I carry around a pizza box with me, which sounds so odd, especially when it's like, you know, a 20-year-old pizza box, but on it, it is just polluted. It's covered in art. And anything that was left out on the table, it could have been an envelope, it could have been like I said, a pizza box, you know, a cake box, whatever. By the time you woke up in the morning, it was covered. Just covered in art. And I'm thinking, I would not want to spend a day up in that coconut of yours to see where does this process come from. And oh, God knows the child was not perfect. Oh, that is why I have all the gray hairs. That one, he gave you a run for your money. But in there, that is what was grounding. That was what was calming, coping. You know, so many things I have learned over the years with going into this. And when I talked to Dwayne and he, you know, introduced me to NAMI, which started things out, and we started our program there. And then our family just self-funded it from there out. And when we had the fundraiser and I gave him, I says, here, go buy art supplies for all of the organizations, you know, that are out there, so they can, you know, have this available to them and their clients. And he says, oh, you know, there's no money for this. And I just thought, how can't you have this exposure? And immediately Dwayne just knew who to call. He gave those numbers. He gave that direction. And that's what I did. And then from there, you end up on everybody's desk. And finally, you hit that one person. Then I found out what an art therapist was. Nobody knows what an art therapist is. And once I did find out that this is a master level education that takes over 8 years to accomplish. It is a self-proclaimed profession. And unfortunately, it is non-existent here. And once that introduction was made to Dwayne, the commissioners, and so many people, you know, I see labor in the room. And let me tell you, you know, people think, oh, laborers and construction and the trades, you know, if you look at your numbers, men in those age gaps are at the highest risk. You know, people don't know these things. And upon learning it, they have been amazing supporters, community support. And we are finally capacity building to get to that point. And, you know, I see Paul from Potential Development, they jumped on and said, how can we help you? And it has been quite the journey. And people say, well, you're doing a great thing. No, I had something bad happen. They have been doing great things all this whole time. I have just jumped on their coattails and have been riding along with their help. And and trust me, they know where the needs are. They want to help. And that's where we're at now. I'm so fortunate to be at the point where we're capacity building to be able to provide the service to the community. to other healthcare professionals, to, some of the providers. And the need is there. I have dozens of people wanting to start our therapy programs. And now we're at the point we're looking for funding, writing for grants. And people know it's there now, and now they want it. It has shown results. We have done programs. It's amazing. And I just thank Dwayne. I thank him so much for acknowledging that and for being there and being such an advocate for his community. Same with the commissioners. I make a phone call to Carol. She goes, babe, I'm going to get on that. And she does. And she does. And Dave gets her like, my God, you send that woman into a room to shop, she will shop. She will shop. And, and Nancy, you call Nancy, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. And that is how I have gotten to this point and how I've gotten this, and I thank Dwayne and I thank everybody. And I thank the state for acknowledging that, and I just hope, that from here on out, we can make that grow and that this is acknowledged in programs and in the community.
Thank you.
And that's all. That's all I can say. I wore flats too, because Dwayne's little. Little guy.
Don't leave the day.
Hey, don't be
I'm
picking on
down.
us short guys.
Before, we have a couple special guests. Director Chris from the State Department of Mental Health Addictions here. And Lori, you want to say a few words?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dwayne. It's always good to be with the community in Mahoning and Youngstown, and I wish I were there in person. Terry, I just want to congratulate you on, I'm the director of the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, and on behalf of our whole team and Governor DeWine and the administration, thank you for just being the best of us, right? And bringing out that in other people. You, from your darkest of days, have really created a community and light and hope and organized people around this idea of art and the experience of art. And we have all been through really difficult times with the pandemic, and people living with and recovering from mental illness and substance use disorders really have struggled during this time. And you have created a community and help people stay connected to a very healing opportunity. And we couldn't be more grateful for your leadership and your vision and the way you bring people together. So congratulations, well deserved. And I look forward to many great things coming forward, even in the future, from your passion and your commitment to your community. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. So much for being a part of the ceremony. Mrs. Chris, I'd love to have and invite you to the campus of care. So if you could come by in another week, I didn't get dates. Terry has a beautiful room there where she does all the artwork and brings in all of the students that are with her program. So we'd love to invite you, and I'll bring lunch.
I appreciate that invitation so much. Dwayne has also encouraged me to come, so we'll get that on the calendar, and I look forward to being there.
And Governor DeWine has been a champion of the campus of care. I've got to tell you, he has been from day one through some people that we know on the Port Authority. And I can't thank him enough for being a part of the mental health portion of Ohio. It's needed. I mean, it's not hidden anymore. Terry brings it out by having care for all of us who may need that. You can't say that everybody you look at has some issue. So thank God that we have this, and we have people like Terry and Dwayne and other agencies, potential development. And when you come out to the campus, you will see something that you will never see anywhere in Ohio or in the United States. It's a wraparound service. So with that, we want you to look at it. And down the road, I always ask for funding.
Stop at the governor's office and get the checkbook when you come.
That's right. Call Governor DeWine, tell him he's in, he could come with you, bring a checkbook, make it blank.
I will send him a note and let him know of your appreciation and your greetings and your invitation. And it's so great to be with you. I really appreciate. One of the things I really value about your community is how you all work together and how connected you all are in lifting up the Mahoning Valley. I grew up in the Steubenville area, so that part of the state is near and dear to my heart. And I always look forward to opportunities to visit. So we will make that happen, and I appreciate the
Thank you.
invitation.
Give us an advance. They'll be here in a week.
Carol's already making the sauce.
I have a kitchen up there. I could cook right there.
That's worth making a trip alone.
That sounds like it.
I
Absolutely.
could cook right there.
Thank you.
Rijol and Briar Hill Pizza. It'll be
Exactly.
ready.
Okay.
And you're from
Thank you.
Stephenville, so you know about all that.
Right.
I do. I'm actually from Mingo Junction, since you know where Steubenville is. Yeah.
Mingo Junction. My husband made his 4th degree there, the
Oh, okay.
Knights of Columbus.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you so much, and do not leave the dais.
And we also have another guest, Sherry Walters, who's the executive director of the association that gave this award to you. She's going to say a couple words. Sherry, you're on mute.
Thank you. Thank you, Terry, and congratulations. I'm really sorry I can't be there to meet you in person, and hopefully I'll have that opportunity in the near future. And I am the CEO of the Ohio Association of County Behavioral Health Authorities. But I want to say, while it is the association's award, it's really due to Dwayne. Dwayne made the nomination, and he just had glowing things to say about you and what you've done for the community and your Helms program and what you were able to do to help people through the pandemic. I mean, that was such a tough time for everybody. And the strength you showed through the adversity is just astounding. And as a person in long-term recovery, I can tell you, people in recovery, especially through the pandemic, so needed some touch base and some connections. And what you were able to offer by just continuing to do what you do, even though you had to go out often and find supplies on your own and pull things together. I mean, that's what really makes recovery work for people in the long term. And so I can't thank you enough. The advocacy you do on behalf of people in recovery and to help people in recovery is really what makes people recover. It's not those of us in the system. We can help people get treatment and we can help get people started, but it's community and community workers like you that really help people in the long run. So I will keep this short, but thank you so much. And commissioners, we were so sorry we couldn't have our meeting in person. So thank you for doing this there. So this could be a really special day. So we really appreciate everything you've done as well. And you all should just know that Dwayne is a leader across the state among board directors. And so I just have to thank him as well. He does so much for boards and he brings so much expertise to the table that you're very lucky to have him in Mahoning County. So again, Terry, congratulations. We're very happy to give you this award. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. And you're welcome to come to see the campus.
All
Get
righty.
a bus and do a road trip.
Okay.
I want to get the picture after. I think the commissioner, okay,
Yes.
the commissioners have something.
We have something and Dwayne stay right there as well. We have two things. My boss tells us what we need to do.
Are you gonna give the?
No.
No, okay.
Relax a little
Okay.
bit, Dwayne. Jesus.
I'm gonna have Ann come up with the.
Yeah,
plan.
yeah, right. Okay. Geez, you're worse than she is. Come on down, babe.
You're my size. We're good. We're good.
I
So sorry.
Don't cry. I wish your name spelled wrong. That'll keep you happy.
Dwayne has never spelled my name once over the years.
Anyway, Terry, this is in recognition for your and appreciation for your ongoing commitment and dedication. Don't push you.
Don't cry. I cry.
It took a long time, but you did it.
Yeah, yeah. But it's
Anyway, can I
okay.
have that back?
Yeah, There you go.
We'll
Okay,
give it
thank you.
6.
All right. Well, there you go. Thank you so much, guys. All you guys, like I said, you guys deserve so much. You guys deserve it.
And if you got flat shoes on, Dwayne, we don't have a shot.
I'm gonna, well, no, I'm gonna
We gotta
shrink.
give him some.
We want to.
As I get older, I'll start to
Would you
shrink,
like to
hopefully.
come up because you're on the board and take a picture with us? Everybody.
You know what?
Here, I'll
Mark,
stand
if
over
you-
here. I'll stand over here by
Mark, if you could-
Anthony. How's that?
If you could grab the camera so Brenda can come up. Here comes the boss. Brenda.
Take it with yours, Mark. You can send it to me.
Like today is always his best day.
Terry, can you hold your award for us, please?
Yes.
Oh, here.
No, this one.
Oh,
that one.
Oh. Oh, it's heavy too. Heavy.
Dave always tells me to get the legs.
Yeah.
Kind of hard with the big group. We got it?
We're good, thank you.
Nobody needs to see our
Beautiful.
shoes.
Enjoy your-
No,
That's
thank
how you
goodness,
tell.
thank
Okay.
goodness.
This is Corbin, and stay put for a second.
Brenda,
Here,
stay
we're
good.
gonna do it. Sorry.
Don't listen. It's not that. I gotta
It is big.
no, that's what
Should see how
I'm.
they- Hey, wait a minute, you guys.
Oh, the proclamation.
Yeah, we gotta give this. Dwayne, and your board, in recognition of mental health month in May.
Thank you.
God bless you, Dwayne. You do an excellent job. I know.
Yes.
I call Dwayne, I've got to say this. Sundays, Saturdays, when I have issues with someone that I get a phone call. You're on target, Dwayne. God bless you. Answer the phone. That is the biggest thing. The three of us have made a passion of when someone calls, no matter when it is, we answer the phone and try to help them. And Dwayne, you're one of those directors that we have, that we could call you in the middle of the night, and I've done that, and say, where do I go from here? And he says to me, I'll take care of it. Have them do this, and it's.
And my wife says, who is it? I said, it's Carol. But we're blessed to have Anthony, Carol, and Dave.
Is that one of those?
We have outstanding, I have great bosses. These are 3 great bosses, another great boss, but a mental health director couldn't ask for anybody better. They support mental health, they support recovery, they support our agencies. When COVID came, I said their administrator was my best friend. We talked every day. We got through it. So we are blessed. Thank you very much.
Thank
And did you want to say
Thank you,
anything?
Brenda.
No, I just
You're
say
a sister.
congratulations because everything that they've said about you is absolutely true. And we just love working with him because he is really the stalwart of this board. And he makes sure that we do everything in the proper way, as well as making sure we get all the monies that we can get for the agencies that are in need. So thank you, Dwayne.
Now, I got through without crying with Terry. Thank you. Thank you, commissioners.
Dwayne, can you turn it this way and
Turn it that way.
come here?
This is, no.
Terry, come on.
Oh, come on. And then we want to take one where Brock. We have to take our husbands.
Oh. And listen, we're in March for mental health awareness in the rotunda of the May of,
You have Jim Trust.
yes,
16th.
yes, the 16th to the 20th, we're having art therapists work from in the mainly Cuyahoga type area and some other ones who have sent me stuff and some art to display to show what they do, and how they take their talents and have made, again, this profession, and we need to bring their identity here, their professional identity, and to expose people to what this is about. And so from the 16th to the 20th, it will be up right in the rotunda of the courthouse. Then we'll have a closing ceremony on Friday at 2:30. So it's interesting, very
Do
interesting.
you want to take, Rocky, do you want to?
Oh, we could do it after. Go ahead. No, no. Go ahead. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Thank you. He's great. He is. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
There were a couple comments to her. Do you want me to say
Yeah,
that?
let him go.
Okay, there was a couple, Terry, there were a couple comments. I just wanted to make sure you knew. YMCA said, congratulations, Terry, well done. Linda Warno, congratulations, Terry, very well deserved. Thank you. From the director, Chris, he said Dwayne is a true champion. And then Linda again, yes, he is a great leader for Mahoning County Mental Health and Recovery. I just wanted to let you know those comments.
Just go right into the meeting. Go right on. All right, we're gonna go right into the meeting because it's already 10:30. Approval of the previous minutes of board meeting number 17, Thursday, April 28th, 2022, and approval of bills for payment.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficant.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Journal entries number 1. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve journal entries number 1. Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficant.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Number 2, travels, A, treasurer, Danny.
And good morning, everyone. This is my annual, very routine request for travel for the treasurer's office. This allows me primarily to attend conferences, workshops, et cetera, so that I can receive required continuing education credits. More importantly, I wish to commend Terry on a very well-deserved recognition that she's received today. And also welcome all these mental health professionals and members of labor, especially my husband, Rocky, who I've known, had the pleasure of knowing a long time now, great leader. But this is very well-deserved recognition, Terry. I commend you for that. Thank you all.
And Danny was on the mental health board at one time,
8 years.
8 years.
God bless.
Number 2, travels, A, do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve travels. Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficant.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Number 3, agreements, auditors.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is our annual agreement to do our dog license reminders and the annual renewals. It's with Postal Mail Sort, and it will be paid out of the general fund. Thank you.
Thank you. EMA 911. Who's on for EMA? Jimmy?
It's an agreement with Bad Day Training Consulting. It's for training services for the hazmat dispensers.
Okay, thank you. CJCC.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is an agreement with Landscape by Design, Inc. for landscaping of the courtyard in the amount of $10,413 non-general fund.
Okay, thank you. Jobs and Family Services, D. Audrey.
Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, Nancy, Audrey, and Jim. Letter D, Job and Family Services Amendment number 2 with Meals on Wheels for delivery of meals to Adult Protective Services clients, our senior citizens, clients in the additional amount of $5,000 from the non-general fund.
Okay, thank you. E. Led.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is addendum number 2 with Travis Systems that will give us web-based access to our spec writing tool for our inspectors, non-general fund, the amount of $21.99.
Okay, thank you. Number 3, agreements A through E. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve agreements. Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficant.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Number 1, resolutions additions. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve resolutions additions. Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficant.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Number 2, record of bids, A, recycling.
Morning, Commissioners. This is, we did receive some bids for our single stream drop off and institutional paper recycling programs. We're evaluating those packets right now, and we'll award a winner very soon here.
Okay, thank you. Number 2, record of bids, A. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve record of bids. Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficant.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Number 3, resolutions A and B, O and B. Audrey,
Commissioners, item A is a resolution to approve the 2022 updated proposal with Election Systems and Software LLC for election equipment. Item B is a resolution authorizing the transfer of funds from ARPA Revenue Replacement Funds in the amount of $343,314 and the Solid Waste Administration Fund in the amount of $343,313 to the Capital Improvement Fund for the Bev Road building improvements.
okay, thank you. C and D, Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Good morning. Letter C is a resolution in support of a sponsorship grant of $1,000 to Boardman Community Baseball, who will be hosting in July state Little League tournaments as well as a Pony League state tournament. And letter D is another support grant for the annual Youngstown State University Summer Festival of the Arts, which will be held July 9th and 10th at Weed Park in the amount of $1,000.
Thank you. E, lead.
This is a resolution approving the moral obligation, which was a change order in excess of 10% of the original bid contract amount for the Howland Company, necessary to replace a soil stack, and thusly we had to pair up the kitchen in order to do that at 87.5 Madison non-general.
Okay, thank you. F, purchasing, Jim.
Commissioners, this is an agreement with Oak and Sons, Inc. to enter into an agreement for roof replacement at the former Bev Road Masco Workshop. It's a complete tear off. The amount is $868,627. We did it through Roof Connect. Oak is the local authorized contractor for this area. And we felt the quickest way to get the roof ready for those that are going to occupy it.
Okay, it's 686,000, Jimmy.
Yeah, $686,627.
Okay, thank you. G, sanitary, Tara.
Good morning, everyone. This is a resolution approving the appointments of 2 treatment plant aides and 1 mechanic 1.
Okay, thank you. Number 3, resolutions A through G. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve resolutions.
Second?
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes, and that concludes our business portion of the meeting. We had this was a great meeting, honoring 2 great people, who do a good job for Mahoning County, and now with Terry, with the agency, with the Helms, you opened up a door throughout the state to bring different therapies for those individuals that need an outlet. And art is one of them, music, art. The arts are a lot more than just music and art. It's therapy to the soul, I say, and the mind. So I want to thank you on behalf of myself, my colleagues, and they'll say their few words. And Dwayne, thank you. You're always there when we need you. And I appreciate that. And so does the community, because it shows the partnership and the teamwork that we have here with everybody. Dave and Anthony, you have anything?
Yeah, I too, so many great people have said things about Terry and her work and just collectively, it's so heartwarming because we get to be a part of it. And it's easy for us to become a part of it because, there's people like yourself, Terry and Dwayne, and so many of you out there that are in this field that do it out of passion and love and dedication for people and for humanity, really. And the things that you do, and believe me, the entire field is so underpaid and what they make as a profession. I know Anthony has a background in his education in a lot of the same things. And, it's just, it's heartwarming for us to become part of it. Because, truly, whether it's the board, developmental disabilities or mental health, Dwayne, Bill Whitaker, Terry, and so many other people, you know, it really epitomizes the saying that, you know, if you don't care who gets the credit for it, just think how much can be accomplished. And all of the people out here, and the people here, Terry, yourself, and Dwayne, you know, always take that attitude. And so many people have been helped because of the way things have gone forward because of your leadership. You know, it was easy for our board, you know, to become part of the campus of care and to try and move forward and pick up the pieces where so many of the state agencies have abandoned local government and local people that had disabilities. So, you know, we were proud to be able to assume the ownership of the campus of care under Dwayne's direction and leadership. And you know, Rocky serving on the board, you know, it's just, there's so many people, whether it's labor or the boards, everyone that works together and is able to participate. And we really thank all of your hard work and dedication. And, you know, and it's funny because our family room, my office, it's all like one level. And, you know, when we went to your art show and my wife, we talk about my wife shopping. Yeah, you know, she takes, and we bought like 6 different pieces of artwork that people had made from Potential Development, Helms, so many different organizations. And they're so unique and amazing, but there's a story in every one of them. I mean, you can see the people and what they deal with and what they're going through, and you can really read it in their hearts. And it's really amazing, you know, because when you walk in my office, you know, I have pictures of Browns and Indians and Cavs, and then I have the potential development and stuff that students artwork scattered amongst them, you know, and my wife made me move one because it was a clown's face, you know, that one individual had painted, you know, and I loved it. I loved it because it was so deep, you know, I mean, I felt it when I saw it, you know, and I had it right when you walk in our door, you know, from the outside into my office, that was right there, because it reminded me every time I walked in of, you know, so many people that deal with struggles and deal with issues within their own mind and within their own self. And when I walk in and see it, you know, it reminds me to be thankful for so much, for so many things, and how blessed we all are that we're able to be part of it and help, you know, get other people through those times. So thank you so much.
Anthony?
I agree with Carol and Dave. You know, Terry, you've turned pain into a great purpose, and you've showed people other ways in life of how things can be dealt with as opposed to medical treatment. Art is healing, and you've done that through your son continuing his passion for art, and you've showed other people music is another healer, as well as animals. So by you getting this award, it could not have gone to a better person for what you have lived through, you and Rocky, and the pain that you've turned into this great thing that now everybody can benefit it. So the legacy of your son will always be remembered in the artwork of those who are doing this. And I just have to hand it to you. It's good to see you back and to see Rocky back. You guys look fantastic, and it's an honor to know you. And I look forward to your event coming up in the courthouse. To Dwayne and his staff and his board, you know, Carol mentioned that she could call Dwayne any time of day. I've called Dwayne on many occasions. And one occasion I had a young lady who was addicted to heroin, and she had nowhere to go. The next move would have been probably death. And the family came to me as well as she did, begging to get into treatment. And I have a soft spot for addicts. I just do. Sometimes it gets me in trouble. Well, so be it. But I called Dwayne, and within a day, he got her into rehab and saved her life. I'm not going to mention no names, but that young lady's doing well now. Saved her life. And if he would have been anybody else who would not have answered my call, would have not returned it, she could have died. and lost her life. So I want to thank you for what you do in your board. You're always so responsive. We need more services. We need more bed space. We need more of these alternate therapies in our community because some people don't know where to go and they turn right back to the street and they go buy the drug again and they never, ever get better. So I have to thank you again for that, Dwayne. I hope I don't have any more calls that I have to do, but I know if I do, you will be responsive. So thank you, everybody, Labor, for being here, all the board members and everybody for what you do in our community, our friends in Columbus who recognized Terry and Dwayne today. Those are some great accomplishments and you're fine people. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. And with that, I will entertain a motion. You want to say anything?
Do I want to say anything?
No.
Well, I guess I could. One, Terry, congratulations. I just know all the passion that you have and it just comes out from you and the work that we've seen and what your art room at the Campus of Care and Dwayne, we are partners. I think we're partners in crime half the time. But it is nice though that I can call you
I
at
don't
any
know if
time.
you call that crime.
Well, no, we're not crying. We don't want to say that. No,
No.
there's no crying here. But we are, I do appreciate the working relationship that the commissioners have with all of our boards and our directors that, you know, I can reach out to them, they can reach out to me, and how the commissioners have supported your guys' agencies so much over the last couple of years, or ever since I've been here. You guys have just been advocates of mental health and recovery, the DD population, children's services, all of those agencies. And to see that our county should be very appreciative of, very supportive of, because our community has gone through a lot like every other one with the pandemic, and you guys have stepped up. And Dwayne has worked with us with the ARPA funds and helping reach out to agencies and making sure that things are being done. Mark is an excellent fiscal person over there who keeps
Brenda.
on track of those dollars to the penny. He's worse than I am, and he doesn't change the decimal place.
You know what, Mark and Brenda do all the heavy lifting.
Yes.
I just get my picture taken.
Which is great though. And, you know, I had someone say to me, and she didn't open my mouth up, she just let me go on. I had someone say to me the other day that I'm just a peon, not me, but saying that they were just a peon. But it is those individuals that work with us that support us and that become so, they do so much of the heavy lifting that people don't necessarily see that, but they are so appreciative. So Mark, Dwayne, all of your staff, everyone that came out, we're appreciative of everything that everyone does. No one's a peon, every part
No.
is important.
Well,
Absolutely.
that's what you call teamwork,
Yes,
which I've been saying forever. Without the team, you don't get anything done.
right.
And how rewarding was it that Lori Chris, the director at the state level, said, acknowledged how we work together as a community, as elected officials to bring things to the table. So,
Well,
you
we
know, I mean,
have-
it's nice that other people see it
Well,
from the outside.
we are a unique board of county commissioners, and I'm not gonna keep going on with this, but we are a unique board. 'Cause
It
we-
takes Anthony and I hours to whip Carol into shape, hours daily, right, Anthony?
And as you all
Yeah.
know, that is not true.
If I could add something, and it is true, but no, what I want to say is throughout the state, sometimes commissioners may tend to play politics with boards. When I come to you, you've always picked the best board members we can. When I said to you, I need consumers and family members on the board, you never hesitate. So give me some family members in recovery, give me consumers in recovery and addiction, you name it to the board. That doesn't happen because most of those appointments come from the state. In Mahoning County, they come from the commissioner. So that's something. And thank you for giving me a present shorter than me. So
Oh my God.
she's the boss. It's been a busy year.
Yes, she is very,
does an
very
excellent
attentive.
job.
She's excellent. You are excellent.
Yeah.
That's right, Ann.
Everywhere I've been that you spoke for your board, you are excellent. So you could take that back to your board. Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn. Second?
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Next meeting, next Thursday, May 12th, 11:30 next week, because we have to do a presentation in Boardman. So we will be here at 11:30. You will all be notified, those that have something on the agenda.